Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
How are we doing?
Hello. We are in
Oh,
the Larter
and
show, and we have a
Nick?
Nick.
Right.
Hey. Oh wait, can we hear you? Oh wait, I don't think we can hear you at present. Let's turn up the volume a little
I
bit.
don't think that does the volume.
Oh.
Oh, it does. Nice. Uh, okay.
Yeah,
we
we
get.
can't hear you. Wait, let me just double check and make sure it's the
It might
thing
be.
here.
Let me check the.
Yeah, just a moment. If you want, I can also. I'm gonna check in the other room too to make sure to see if this computer or if it's on Nick's end.
Say something, Nick? Oh, it might.
Wait,
Oh, I can hear you.
We
maybe.
can hear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, make us full again. I think you just need to click on the Discord thing.
Am I live right now?
Yeah, you're live. We're live.
I think there's a bit of an
Whoa.
echo.
We're live and live. Oh, I don't hear anything.
Well, like it might be on their end.
Really?
Do you want me to get headphones?
I don't think that. Will that matter?
I don't think so.
No,
I think we're fine though. I mean, well, I'll just double check. Y'all intro stuff, and I'll check on Twitch and make sure there's no repeating sound. But
and I can just turn it
Okay.
down a little bit.
yeah, just y'all tell us what we're talking about.
All right.
Alright.
Say something, Nick.
Hello.
I think that'll be fine.
Oh, is something off about it?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's very minor.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Probably A minor. uh, so, hi. Welcome
Hi,
to
everyone.
welcome to Larter plus
Sorry.
Nick.
Yeah, we've got a more unconventional setup for this one because we half IRL, half not IRL. But
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about some very special games today that I'm very
Yep.
excited to dive into.
So, we both played, or
All three.
all three of us, we played Enna Dream BBQ barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
and we also played Space Funeral.
Mm-hmm.
We were originally gonna do two RPG Maker games, but
Yeah.
I think the other one we chose, we just didn't really care that much.
Mid, whatever.
I didn't even play it.
Yeah, I have it.
But you were like you were playing Enna's Dream Barbecue, and you were like, this game is awesome. We should talk about it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Both of these games are like surrealist and like
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So
I would say
Yeah,
those are
they're
three
both
most.
yeah, they were more similar than I expected.
Yeah.
I was hoping to talk about Space Funeral first, just because I want. I feel like I just like played it
Yeah.
like an hour or two
moments
ago.
I played it yesterday.
And I feel like I want to process what I just played.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick, when did you play? You played it like 2 days ago, right?
I played it, yeah, I think it's Friday, right? I think Wednesday, or,
Mm.
yeah. I finished it, I started it Tuesday, and then I finished it Wednesday on my lunch break at work.
Nice.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess Carter, since you're chomping at the bit to talk about it, why don't you go ahead and let us know what you thought first?
Well, first, just a little background on the game. I actually don't know that much about like what, like the context behind the game. It came out like 2010.
Was it? I think it. But at the end of mine, it said "Made in RPG Maker 2003." Oh,
Yeah,
I guess
that's just the version of RPG Maker they used.
Okay.
Uh, Developed by Irish developer the Catamites. They recently, I don't know if it's one person or a group. They recently made a game called Anthology of the Killer,
Okay.
which has kind of been making the rounds. Very good game. I played through that one.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. My profile picture on Discord was the main character,
Oh,
the one with
okay.
the pink.
Oh.
Before Enna BBQ took
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this was their first game, and
Mhm.
also Space Funeral, and I think it's like the most influential. It's kind of seen as like one of the beacons of like weird RPG Maker games.
That's awesome.
And where do I begin? I first of all, I really liked it.
Yeah,
It's a really good game. I will. I think it's a little short. I think it could have used being a little longer.
I actually like the length personally.
I just
But
think
yeah,
I just think it was like I just think it would have if it was a bit longer, it might have left a little more of an impact.
yeah, I can see that.
But like for what it
I
is,
see.
it like does what it's trying to do really well.
Hmm.
What did you think, Nick?
Okay. Well, a little bit background. I haven't been really a gamer my whole life. It's only been in the last year or so that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start playing games again, kind of. And I really just play indie games pretty much because um I usually I don't know, I don't have a console and my computer is like 5 years old, so it can't play AAA games anyways. Um, but um this is the background. I don't think I've ever played an RPG before. So like a top-down type. Is that what it's called? Top-down RPG?
I don't know if this technically counts as like top down, but it like I would honestly say this is like falls in the category of JRPG. Like technically speaking, like
Okay.
RPG Maker stuff, I feel like has always been associated with JRPGs. What would
Okay.
you say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
JRPG.
yeah. Like Dragon
Okay.
Quest. Dragon Quest is very much that kind of like gameplay anyway, but like obviously
Okay.
completely different
Yeah.
in every other way.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't think I've ever played an RPG before. Maybe like randomly at people's houses growing up. I can't remember, but nothing I don't think on my own. So that going into it, it was like basically my first time. And then I started it, I liked it, but I didn't fully understand. I had to like learn didn't fully understand it when you like would fight someone and a thing would show up and everything. I was like, I've seen this before in like videos and stuff. So um yeah, I
I just gotta
started
say this is
it.
like a crazy first RPG.
Yeah.
Like maybe the worst place to start, but I think that's okay because at least it like at least from my experience, I feel like it wasn't too demanding
Oh, not at
on the
all.
RPG side of
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
I don't think like
And
it's an easy game to just like honestly like if you just turn on auto battle you'll probably be fine.
yeah,
It's like that
yeah.
kind of game.
Oh, okay, there was an auto section like a thing. It said fight or auto. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was. I never clicked on it because I assumed it would just do it itself.
Yeah, I mean it's basically, and this comes from Dragon Quest 2, I believe.
Okay.
Like it's basically if you're fighting like grunts in like a normal RPG, like things that you know you're gonna beat, then like the auto battle is there, so like you're not just wasting time clicking attack over and over because you know you're gonna beat it. But then like for an actual
Okay.
boss or whatever, then you turn it off. But in this game, like none of the rules apply.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, not a good basis
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
interested in to hearing about how it's different from other ones. I like the first time I started playing it, I like I died on the maybe like one of the maybe like the 4th or 5th screens and like the whatever was fighting me killed me and I didn't know how to see how much health I had. I didn't know how to get more health. I had to like learn that as I was playing it. I was like, "Oh, you have to go to the shop for this stuff." And once you get to the shop, you have to equip it. I was like, "Oh, I have the knife now. That means I'm using it." Or whatever. So
Did you
that I
figure
had
out
to
that the
learn.
coffins heal you? Like
The
when you
what?
the coffin, like the with the dead guy in it, that when you go to it and interact with it, it heals you and gives you your mana.
Oh, well, there's like like a guy in
Yeah,
a
the sleeping. Yeah,
yeah, okay. I mean, every time I saw one of those, I would use it and then it would say like it helped but not a lot or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's good that you use it because
Um,
yeah, that was giving you back all your health and like mana and stuff. So
okay, cool.
yeah,
That's good to know for if whenever I play another one.
yeah.
But
Usually it's not a coffin though.
yeah.
It's usually not a guy like dead in a coffin.
Yeah,
It's usually
Okay.
just like a bed or something.
I think like
Yeah.
the fact that this game is an RPG is almost secondary.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Okay.
it's more just about like the surrealism and like the
Hmm.
experience of just playing through this strange world, and like the RPG is almost just like make it.
It's just like a framework to do that. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay. Well,
And
that's why I kind of thought that too, and that's why I felt like it was maybe even a good way for me to start this because it was like I like surreal and weird worlds, and it was like only an hour long, so it's like, you know, here I go doing this one, and I'll do more in the future
yeah,
because I liked it. I
I
didn't even
think
get to my own opinions on the game.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that it is good for like I guess relatively speaking like low stakes you know way to like experience the like battle system and stuff, but like I think what makes it interesting to me, I mean there's a lot I really like this game. I don't know if I've said this yet, but I really like this game, and I think what made it very interesting to me is I'm like super tapped into like JRPGs and like Dragon Quest and all that kind of thing, and
Hmm.
I feel like it like one thing I would say maybe kind of as a slight against JRPGs is that they tend to be a bit derivative and like formulaic, which is like
Okay.
if you're into that, then that's fine. And there are obviously some things that mess with the formula. Undertale is like one that comes to mind that like uses the JRPG like again like gameplay framework and like does something interesting with it. But most like Dragon Quest, all that kind of thing, like there's a pretty rigid or like limited area of like how much experimentation there is, and I enjoy like that narrow range too. Like I think there's interesting stuff that you can see within there that's worth checking out. But what I liked about this game about Space Funeral is that it just like threw everything out the window and like
Okay.
totally messed with my expectations that for something where it's very expectation heavy, you know?
It's like a
Hmm.
it's like a game that like it's like a game that hates you, but like not mechanically.
Yeah.
It just like despises you.
Yeah. Uh,
it's it. I like. I don't know. I just like heard stuff about like Space Funeral. I know it was like a beloved game. I know people really like it.
I'd
And
never heard of it until
yeah.
now. Yeah.
I never
Uh,
heard of it either until you
it's like
mentioned
it's definitely like not like that popular, but like people. It's like one where it's like a cult classic kind of
Mm,
thing.
yeah.
But
it.
just starting the game, I was not prepared for how honestly scary this game is.
Yeah.
Like this game, like I was telling Lars this before, like
Yeah.
if I played it when I was like 11, this game would have given me like nightmares for like weeks. Like
Yeah.
this is like it's funny and also like goofy, but also like everything is just like completely fucked, like
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
I
like just the design of the main character and how he like walks
yeah, where he's
around.
like
It's like
Yeah, he's
it's
just crying so
scary.
hard all the time.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
I love
crazy.
that. Like the first time I walked, I like started laughing. Like
Yeah.
it was so like
Yeah, me
jarring.
too.
Um yeah, I think I do think like when I first saw it, I was like to me it felt like a like 17-year-old edgy guy trying to make the most like messed up thing ever with the caveat of like there were some like really like just like eerie vibes at the beginning. I don't know why this one really like put me off to begin with, but I don't know how y'all kind of like played this game, but when it comes to JRPGs, I'm very much of like the completionist mind where I will go into every house that I see, talk to every
Yep.
NPC that I see, and like
Hmm.
try and get everything out of it. So when I
Yeah, I did that too.
yeah, I went into some of the houses, and when I went into that one house that's like at the very beginning that just has that like giant head thing that you can see that
Oh
I drew
yeah.
here, like it like freaked me out. Like I don't know why. Like the fact that I couldn't talk to it and it was just like sitting there, just like was a very interesting way to start the whole thing.
Hmm.
You know?
Just a very like dour, depressing world, and like
Yeah.
everything kind of looks like rudimentary in like a
Yeah.
certain way. It's like kind of scribbly, but that almost like it's almost like how like like horror games, like like kind of like so many horror games now are doing like the PS1 aesthetic
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
like looks worse, but it's also like kind of scarier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like that. It just like something about like rudimentary art styles or
Mhm.
like graphic styles is just creepy.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
uh also the music,
Yeah.
I don't think they made any music for this game. I think it's all like pre-made. The theme of the first like town I know is by a Japanese like 70s noise rock band called
Whoa.
Oh.
they have like a weird French name
Awesome.
that I always forget how to pronounce. It's like Le Rallises de Nudes. I completely
I
butchered that.
no idea. I've never heard of them, so you could be right for all I
Mhm.
know.
But they're like famous mostly for like they never released like a full length album. They only did like live shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of their songs is in that's like the main game. They are like very influential. And
Mm.
also, we were actually talking about them in the Laundry Discord server
Oh really?
because
Yeah.
the one of the
Oh.
members was one of the people that hijacked the
Oh.
plane in
To
Japan.
go to North Korea?
Yeah.
That's what that was
Oh
about?
my
I didn't
gosh.
realize
What
that.
the hell?
That
Wow.
that that's the band that played. I think it was
That
the
was
bass.
in this game?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But what were you
That's
gonna say, Nick?
crazy. I just said that's crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like it, and it's like the atmosphere of that song is like the perfect atmosphere. Like all the music choices in this game are like incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like all the music.
for sure. I'll say for me also like the point that like actually made me feel like it was well just like something special. Like I don't know, at the beginning I was like I would say like my appreciation of the game definitely grew the more I played it. And like right before the end, I was like, this is like a solid game. And then like at the end, I was like, wow, that was like awesome, like something like
The
special.
ending.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I'll say
felt
the
that way too.
yeah the first point where I like started to like it more was when you go in the cave place
And it's like
and
the spoken
everything
word.
is red and you hear the spoken word like stuff going on.
Yeah, same here.
It was really like I mean I know this is like a trite term at this point, but it actually felt like Lynchian. Like
Yeah.
it felt like something David
Yeah.
Lynch would do.
But
Mhm.
it's like David Lynch stuff doesn't feel as unhinged
Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
this.
definitely.
Like it's so weird to say this, but Lynch's stuff like feels more like based in reality.
Tame, yeah,
Like this
yeah.
is like I don't know.
Anchored, I guess. Yeah.
It's just like nothing about this game makes sense.
No, it's like a
Mhm.
constant like messing of your expectations and like your understanding of the world and like yeah, I don't know.
And I feel like since this game, you get a lot of like cheap versions of that.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
that
could see that.
can happen a lot, and I feel like this game is also like predates a little bit like the early 2010s like Let's Play RPG Maker like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff like Mad Father, which is I like Mad Father a lot, but like
Yeah.
that game and like Aoni or something like that, like kind of like cheaper RPG Maker horror games that like
Yeah.
rely more on like
jump scare or like
jump scare stuff.
did you ever play Corpse
Mhm.
Party? I don't know if that was RPG Maker.
That was RPG Maker.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's the same thing.
RPG Maker. I mean, the Corpse Party is really old though. That's from
Yeah.
like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this game is just like really authentic and does what it's doing like in a way. Like it's like the first to do it. Like there was nothing else like this before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nick, what did
Yes.
you like? I'm very curious to hear your perspective as like the first time RPG player. I guess I'm like scared it like ruined your impression of it only because like nothing will ever reach this level of absurdity like
Oh, okay.
but it like the only thing that's the same is like the framework I guess but
Okay.
It's like Space Marine has like a pretty simple battle system.
yeah
Like most RPG Maker games have like a system like this.
yeah It felt
Mhm.
like they just chose the default options for everything. Also, I thought it was funny how like, did y'all buy any of like the equipment, or like did y'all like spend time trying to get equipment at all?
Yeah.
I literally just bought like the one weapon that cost like 1,000 money or whatever, called like the
Yeah.
Zork cannon. That's like plus 36 damage, and then like everything after that was like a one hit kill.
Really, I didn't buy
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't
The
even see
cannon
that.
was given to me when I did something and I can't remember. They said, "Do you want money, power, or happiness?" And I said power. And then they
Oh.
gave me
Really?
the cannon.
I got
Yeah.
Oh.
happiness, and then it turned me into a fish.
Yeah, I got happiness too, and they gave me
There's a time
fish.
I was turned into a fish as well.
I think everyone. I
Yeah,
think.
we all got the fish ending.
Uh.
Yeah, there was a fish time. And then I turned myself back into a human
Mhm.
somehow. I can't remember
The
how. I
wizard
think I
guy,
talked to
the
the
wizard guy who gives you
wizard's
your
friend
form.
again.
What it's like Gorg will no Gorm will give you your form. Like there's some like rhyme or something like that. Where he's like, if you've lost your form, go talk to Gorm. Like
What
something.
one of my favorite parts of the game, and like when I like looked up a playthrough of the game after, like on
Oh
YouTube,
yeah.
and I looked at the, or no, I was like looking at reviews of it on Backlog. That's where I
Yeah,
found it.
yeah.
A lot of people were talking about the Dracula part.
Yeah, that
where
was
you,
so
where you
funny.
go into the house and like it's just Dracula in there, and you just talking to him.
Yeah.
You're like, hello, and he's like, hello, it's me,
That-
Dracula, and like you keep
Yeah.
they keep showing dialogue options, like you can't
But
get out of it.
yeah, but you can't. It's not actually an option because there's only one dialogue you can choose.
It's just like a conversation. With You're like, do you smoke weed, Dragon? And he's like, ah, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I love to smoke weed and drink blood.
That's one of the best parts.
It's so stupid, and that's
Yeah.
like this game. Like I know I say it's like scary and like, but it has like a sense of humor, and like I think
Yeah.
that's like what
Yeah.
another thing that like really sets it apart is just like the fact that it's like scary and like really funny. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
has that balance.
I feel like this
And
is
like
like
there's a
the
Peanuts
first.
character in it, like Lucy from Charlie Brown
Mhm.
is like the shop owner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
It's weird.
I think this is like the first like RPG game or like JRPG really that I feel like you could actually call like punk.
Yeah.
Like I feel like punk is
Oh,
what
okay.
like describes the aesthetic of this game the most to me.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just it was just like a pleasure, a joy, and like constant fun surprises every time I talked to an NPC or like went into a house or opened a letter. Do y'all remember the letters?
Yeah, it would
That
just
just like hovered around.
and it would be like
Yeah.
it's
I
like
was
you're
like, this
fucked.
Yeah. You read it, it's like that wasn't very
I love how
useful.
you said that.
Yeah.
I and like this is like a weird thing because I really want to talk about what happens at the ending, but I don't want to spoil it because
Yeah.
no one like really, not a lot of people like know about this game, and like the ending like shocked me. Like
Yeah.
when that happened, I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I was
Yeah.
like, that's a crazy way to end this game.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
impactful for me too. I think
Yeah.
the music helped a lot as well. Like I remember there was good music in the last
Mhm.
bit, and I don't know, there was just something like so serene about the whole experience. Like towards the end,
Yeah.
like especially I think because the first 45 minutes or whatever were like so clashing against my eyeballs as I was like
Mhm.
witnessing everything. It was so like I guess abrasive is the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for. It was very abrasive, even though it was fun to do. Also, this is just like a random thing, but I love the like the criminal guys who were smoking and their smoke cloud said like crime.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
I like the
100% time.
how you go up to them and like it does the Pokemon thing.
Yeah,
When
oh
you like
yeah,
cross
when
their path.
yeah, and they would
Mhm.
start attacking you. And then the boss guy
Yeah.
had one that like he had like a cigar instead, and it said like King of Crime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
All the characters are so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone I encountered.
And Leghorse.
Yeah, like
That was
horse.
his name, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I like every moment of this game, I had no idea what was gonna happen next.
Like when you meet
Yeah.
his brother,
Yeah,
it's like the 50s rocker guy, and it turns out
Yeah.
it's his brother, and it's like
avenge me.
yeah, and it's like the way the text was formatted at that part is
Yeah.
like so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just like this is just like a really nice like I don't know if like palate cleanser is the right word, but it's just like sometimes you feel like you've seen it all and like there's nothing like new going on. This one really shook things up for me in a good way.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see something new. But I also feel like for Nick, it's like so interesting because you've literally only seen this, so it'll be
Yeah.
good for other RPGs in the future. But
I'm like
um,
aware of other ones. Like, I mean, I've played Undertale a bit. Long like I played maybe like an hour or two of it, like 4 or 5 years ago. But I'm planning to play that one next because of Deltarune coming out. Um,
you should
and I know I'm
definitely
gonna
play
like that one a lot. I know I'm gonna like Undertale a lot.
Undertale is
Um,
fantastic.
I've been
yeah.
on a like lately. My two obsessions have been like Undertale or Deltarune, I guess specifically, and like Deltarune lore videos. Even though most of the time, like 99% of the time, they're like garbage.
Oh.
Like Deltarune lore videos and like Anna Dream Barbecue, like secrets videos. Cause there's
Mhm.
sorry, I'm kind of jumping the gun now, but yeah, that was something. Ever since I played this game, I've just been obsessed with it. But yeah, I guess do we want to say anything else about Space Funeral before we move on?
I think we kind of covered it. Yeah, I really liked it. It was over sooner than I expected. I really wasn't expecting to finish it then, but I did, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I liked it a lot. I didn't. Yeah, it makes me want to play more RPGs. I wasn't sure. I guess since I haven't played one before, I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and um I wasn't sure if I like would be like I was worried it would be too hard because I hadn't played one before. I was like, "Oh, am I gonna really suck at this?" But it was just as long as I equipped stuff and I kept track of the health and like also the I didn't know that I had to save my point. So the first time I died, I was like, "Oh, I have to start over." And then I was like, "Oh, there's like a button you press to save. You're into like a slot." So I was like, so yeah, I didn't know that either. But once I got and knew what to do, like it was pretty simple and um yeah, it just makes me want to play more. I yeah,
The
Great.
one
good
thing I
game.
noticed, what I forgot to mention, is the only time I actually died in this game was when I was talking to the wizard.
Oh yeah.
The wizard, when he's like, can I drink some of your blood?" Did you say yes every
I
time?
said no.
You
Well,
said no.
I said yes the first time and then no the second time. And he said, "Oh, well, you can't blame an old man for trying."
Yeah, no. The first I just said yes all 3 times, and
He said it 3 times.
yeah, I just like
Bro.
and it gave me a game over.
Bro.
For some reason, I said yes twice, and then I said no the third time.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what
like,
I
that's
did the
enough.
second time.
That's funny. I just said yes once and then no the second time. But
Yeah. Oh, another thing is that like I was honestly when I play any game, I like get worried I'm missing something awesome, and that's why I check every room and try to go every place. Like, and sometimes it gets overwhelming because I'm like, well, this one there wasn't that many different ways to go, but some games like it's like you can go left or right, and I'm like, and I have to like basically choose one and then try to convince myself that the left wasn't cooler than the right side or be like keep it in the back of my mind. I was like, I'll come back for that. So I did. I basically went into every house. I talked to every person I could, um, and tried to. I went the perimeter of like every room I was in to make sure there was no other thing. So yeah, that was another thing. But yeah, good game.
did you see the doppelganger guy who just like doesn't say anything but looks like you?
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I saw that guy.
Yeah, there's a guy
He
who
was in one
just
of the
looks like you.
houses, right?
Just standing
He's just
there.
standing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like you vocalized an issue about these types of games that I have experienced also, but I've never like put into words. That whole thing of like wanting to see everything, but like
Mhm.
not always, because this is something that crops up I think in a bunch of different types of games, or I guess particularly like exploration type games. And yeah, honestly, I think that's a perfect segue into Enna Dream Barbecue,
Hell
because
yeah.
Mhm.
this is a
Nice.
very much you know exploration heavy game, and that's why I've been so obsessed with it. I've just been going through and playing this game over and over and over again, and I've been finding new stuff every single time.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah,
let me
I
ask
definitely want to play it
y'all
again.
first, what did you think of the game?
I loved it.
Hmm.
It was really cool.
Mhm. Me too.
When compared to like Space Funeral, I think like this is gonna sound a little backhanded, but I don't mean it that way.
Yeah.
I think Space Funeral is like completely one of a kind.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
But
Yeah.
Enna is like a little bit more like wearing its influences on its sleeve.
yeah.
Like it's very much like LSD Dream Emulator.
Yeah.
I think that's it's like
Yeah, we were
it's
talking
like
about
trying to
that.
be like that vibe, and it's like a lot of the cutscenes reminded me of like honestly like the Zelda CDI games.
No, there's definitely. I mean, at least like the wizard guy is like an explicit reference to that. And that one girl, what's it, Tatsuki made or
Yeah.
whatever. She does like the one where she's like, hoo hoo hoo,
Yeah.
like that thing, which is a direct like reference to the Zelda CDI games.
And like
Oh, okay.
I think just like wearing like it's just like being like so obviously influenced by all these things is like cool in like a different way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like using those constituents, I think, to build something completely new.
Oh yeah, I mean like it's one of a kind, but
yeah,
it has like
in a different way. In
Yeah.
a different way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I totally see that. I don't think that's bad.
Mhm.
But what did you think, Nick?
Yeah, I really liked it too. I Lars showed me all the Enna videos about like last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. And they were awesome and I loved them. And I think pretty much the next day or like whenever I was free, I was like, okay, I need to play this game. Um, and I really, really liked it. Um, there was a part of it that I actually got stuck, and I was getting frustrated because I played it in a like I guess the wrong order, and I didn't understand a whole section of it that like basically like took a whole section out of the game for me because I played it in like a different order because I got to a point where it like canceled out one of the missions for me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then but I kept trying to do that mission still. But I kept trying to do it and I didn't know how to I was like looking everywhere and I went to there's like an underground cave thing. There's like an underground cave. Oh, sorry. Aw. Look at that little guy.
Yeah, sorry.
Niles infiltrated our fortress.
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
yeah. He's got a deep
Big
meow.
boy.
Yeah.
You were
He's
you were
awesome.
saying, Nick?
Yeah, there's a part it was towards the end and it like um yeah, it like canceled out this goal I was trying to do, but I was still trying to do it. I just should have seen it and been like, "Oh, it's canceled off. I guess I should move on." But I kept trying to do it and
What was the goal that
I
got
don't
canceled?
I think it was like the three heads thing.
Oh,
Oh,
the taxi
Um
driver?
I think so because I went so okay, there's a part in the underground cave where you jump in the waterfall and then you keep going in this tunnel. There's like under the waterfall. And you can access it through that or through the sleeve of the suit guy. Yeah. But that after that thing, I was like so stuck because I went in that cave and then there was rocks there, but I didn't know I had to go through there. And when I first saw those rocks, I was like, "Oh, I guess that's not a thing." And then, but I was stuck, so I looked it up, and then everyone was like, "You got to go through the cave," and then you got to go through this tunnel. And I was like, there's rocks there. And I kept trying to figure out a way to get rid of the rocks, but I couldn't. And then another playthrough said, you got to go in the sleeve of the guy. And I was like, well, I can't even go in the sleeve. And then I went back and tried again, and I couldn't go in the sleeve. And then I kept looking up other stuff, and eventually I found like someone that said like it will cross off like a goal of yours if you do it in this order. If you like do these goals instead of like in this order. So like, but then I watched the segment that it shows like there's a part you get into a taxi. I like never did any of that stuff. Um, so yeah, I was like stuck for a long time over that, and then eventually I was like, okay, I gotta move on, and then I went to the I don't I guess I won't spoil it, but and then I just continued on with the game. But I was like so lost in that whole part. That's kind of an aside though, but I did really like the game.
Yeah.
Um that's another one. I love like every character, like everyone's
Yeah.
unique. This one gets scary too sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Um and I guess it said it was a part one. I guess they're gonna do another one. Okay, then I'll probably play it again sometime because I did really like it, and like I said, like I missed basically a whole segment of it. Um,
I
so
really want to
yeah,
play it again too.
good game.
Yeah. I'll say okay. So I played it the first time, and like I think just the nature of this game is every time you play it, you're going to be missing a lot, like
Yeah.
because it's basically made to be replayed. The
Mhm.
first time I played it, I'm gonna speak in general terms, so like I'll be saying stuff that maybe y'all know about, but I won't be spoiling anything. So like, there's kind of two main routes you can take, and one of them is called like the Extinction Party route, and the other route involves you getting an item that you can use. But I'm not gonna say anything more than that. Did either of y'all get an item that you could use in the world?
That's very vague.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think
I think I
so.
did the extinction. Wait, which one?
Or
Oh, wait.
purge party.
The purge.
Or
That's what
I
I
think
did.
I
purge
did.
event.
I
Yeah.
think I got an item. Yeah.
Wait, did you get an item that you can use and it helps you get places?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like someone gave me an item.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah. Then
and
I
you
got that.
okay, okay, cool, cool. And so you
I
did you
thought you needed that.
well, okay, so that's the thing. So either
Okay.
you get that item. So the first time I played, I did not get it.
Okay.
And I ended up going into the taxi cab, which also this is something else that drove me crazy. Did either of y'all get to the maze? Did either
Yeah,
of y'all see
I
the
saw
maze?
it, and I looked at the trash can. I was just like, I'll do this later if I need to.
Hmm.
And so I
That's
just kind
that's
of went
something
for
that I
it.
saw in the video. I never like I saw like
I
in a
didn't get to the
playthrough.
maze till like my third playthrough. And I
Oh,
literally
okay.
didn't know about it because every time I tried interacting with the taxi, I had already gotten the heads, and I didn't realize that once you get the heads, you can't like use the taxi to get to the
To
maze.
Get
to
the
the
Basically,
guy that
taxi
you just
again.
yeah,
talked
the
to,
guy who's like,
he doesn't say anything.
yeah, yeah. There's a guy. He's like this, and then you interact with him, and he's like,
Yeah.
That's all he
I did see that guy, but I never got to the maze for some reason. I mean, he didn't turn around. Like I got in the taxi, or maybe it was the trash can, and
yeah,
then it was like the street, and then I saw the guy, and then I left to do something else. And then by the time like I wanted to go back to the taxi, there was like a huge rock on top of the taxi.
yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing. So if you do the thing that gets the item, then the taxi route basically gets stopped.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you have that item, then you're locked into one of the endings.
Yeah.
And if you go in the taxi after having found the heads, then you are locked into that route because that's a separate
Okay.
route, basically.
Then I'll try to do that next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of
Yeah.
fun though that both of y'all got different endings, or I mean technically the ending is the same, but you got there in different ways.
In different
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I love this game.
I think the strongest part of the game is the characters. I think
Yeah.
like especially Enna, like
Yeah.
just like
I
I
think so
think
too.
like just like has such a unique design and like
Yeah.
like her voice. and like
Yeah.
just the way she
Mhm.
talks, like the different personalities
And
she has.
all the different arm movements
Yeah,
she
Yeah.
that's awesome.
does.
Uh, I don't like this is not this might not make sense to like other people. But like she's like low key like trans coded.
No, I believe I see that.
It
I
makes
I
think
sense.
definitely
like
see
one
that.
of the voices she has like
One is played by a dude and one is played by a lady.
and also the
Oh,
one
really?
that is played by a
Mhm.
dude kind of gives me like pre-op like voice training vibes.
Yeah, like it's definitely not like super masculine to begin with. And even like the feminine voice, I think in this game in particular, less so in the videos, but I feel like the female voice is like not extremely feminine. Like it
Yeah.
is like
Yeah,
kind of like more male coded. So I mean, I think there's a lot of gender stuff going on that I think is
yeah,
cool.
and she dresses kind of androgynous, I think, like
Yeah.
a mix of masculine and feminine clothing.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I definitely see that, and I mean, I thought that too before the game, like in the web shorts and stuff. I feel like that was very much
Yeah.
like a vibe I got.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, no, I definitely agree about the characters. There's so many funny guys
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they're
I
all funny.
yeah
The
They're
Suki
all
maiden is
awesome.
my favorite.
yeah
She's my profile picture right now on
yeah.
Discord.
You did you
Mhm.
see her, Nick?
The what?
The Suki maiden, the one who's like, Anna, you have a job.
Like
Yeah, I remember
the
her, yeah.
unemployed one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
she's
know,
pretty
she has like
awesome.
a quest you can do.
Oh really?
Yeah, she has a quest you can do, but it requires decoding something.
Really?
Yeah. Um,
Whoa.
yeah, it's like there's like a lot. Like you played Animal Well, right, Nick?
Yeah, I played Animal Well.
And how many like layers deep did you get into that game?
I only got the, like, first ending of it. I didn't and then roll credits. I didn't go beyond like, I didn't find all the rabbit
Okay.
stuff. I can't remember what that
So
was, but
what I would
I
say, yeah,
honestly
I
want
would
to.
say,
It's kind of the game that kinda got me playing games again, so,
yeah,
definitely want to.
yeah, I would say there's like definitely like a similarity in this, in that there's so many little secret things.
Mhm.
I'll say I ended up buying like the supporter edition or whatever it's called, where you like pay $10 and like you mostly
Oh,
get
yeah.
like behind the scenes stuff. But also one thing is that like now there's a lot of areas in the game that are secret that like don't give you anything. But if you have the
Mhm.
supporter edition, a lot of these secret places have like a little dog guy in them, and if you collect all the dogs, then you unlock all the behind the scenes content,
Okay.
which I
Oh,
think
that's
is fun.
cool.
Uh, but yeah, so there's just a lot of secret stuff, and some of it you could never figure out, or like some random guy on the internet is gonna like figure it out first. Like, did y'all talk to
Mhm.
Coral Glasses, the lady
Yeah.
with like the
Yeah.
yeah? So do you know how it said like fax number at the end of that, and then there's like a weird symbol?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can decode that, and it gives you a number, and if you get that number, play the game and use your numpad on your keyboard and put in, well, you have to like press the numpad a bunch until you start hearing like phone beeping noises, and then once you do that, if you input the number on the numpad, then you'll be able to call her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
there's like three other secret characters who have phone numbers that you can find in various crazy places,
Wow.
um, that you can call, and two of them are from the web like shorts. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if I mean like I don't know if you care, because like I don't like, it would be hard to find it on your own, but yeah, two of them. One of the characters' phone numbers is a character that I know you like in particular, Nick. So
Really? Which
yeah,
one is it? I don't mind hearing.
okay, it's Findall, the dolphin guy.
The
Um,
dolphin? Okay, I knew
yeah,
you were gonna say that. That's like my favorite one. That's my favorite from the shorts, at least.
yeah, yeah. You can
Yeah, that's
call
an
him,
awesome guy.
but it goes to like dial tone, and then it's like he leaves a message, like, or like he has like the message recording that plays, and it's kind of
Oh,
funny.
okay.
Um, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what? Let me ask. Yeah, what were y'all's favorite characters in this whole thing?
Suki maiden obviously, but also the French guy with like the censored eyes. Like I don't know how to describe what he looked like. He was like gray and like had like a weird like shaped face. He's the guy guarding the bridge.
Oh, I don't think he was French. I think that was.
Was that like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Italian
yeah.
or what was it?
I'm not sure
He was like I
actually.
thought he was like a rat.
Yeah, the rat guy.
He's like a
Yeah,
rat. Okay,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I liked him.
yeah. I liked
Yeah,
that guy.
He's very animated.
yeah. He PMO. He pissed me off. I don't know
Why?
why I didn't. He just was like annoyed me mainly because I played the game a bunch of times, and every time I played it, like his dialogue always took the longest, and I was like,
Yeah.
bro. But no, I think he's funny, and I like how like well, I'll just put it this way: it's very hard for you to beat the game without killing
Oh.
him. And there's like very
Without
few
what?
Without killing him.
without killing him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's like a limited number of ways to beat the game without him being dead.
Oh, wow, there's a way to without killing him
Yeah,
to beat it?
Oh, I
No,
didn't
okay.
kill him.
yeah. There you go. I think Carter. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, but it's kind of funny. I think. Um, yeah. What about you, Nick? Who's your favorite person?
Um, I mean, the one of the first ones that comes to mind is the one that you showed me beforehand, the guy running
Oh,
out of the
the
house and
house guy. That.
screaming. I, yeah, I
Yeah.
love that guy so much.
Yeah, me too.
Let me look up characters from it and try to remind myself.
Yeah, I still want to do like a Anna character tier list at some point.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would
that'd
be
be really
awesome.
fun to do.
It's so interesting that there's like not a ton of like content with this series yet. Like there's like
Yeah,
a few shorts in this game, which is like,
yeah,
I mean, I guess there's a
Yeah.
lot baked into it, but like
yeah,
there's like so much like lore
yeah, yeah,
like to
Hmm.
unpack, and it's like cool that like it has like a fan base that's being like built
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I also like the guy that guarded the bridge. I like the wizard a lot too. I
The
like
yeah.
his
wizard is cool.
movements.
A wizard can
Um,
be in one place at once. I remember him
you know
saying
what
that.
I also liked? This is random, but I also liked those flying hippos that are just going in the sky, that are like
Oh yeah,
flying in
yeah,
the
yeah.
sky.
The like cube things with the hippo and the cobra that move
Yeah, it's
around.
yeah, the cobra. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. And they would like attack things like every now and then, like attack a building. I loved that too.
Yeah, there's an
Um,
achievement where you get an achievement if you manage to pet one of them, which you
oh
can do, but
really?
it's pretty difficult to or like you have to do very specific stuff to be able to do it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
That's cool. And now I need to try to get that one. Yeah,
yeah,
all pretty much all the characters are interesting,
yeah.
and like creative and unique.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite.
I did like coral glasses.
Yeah, I like
Uh,
coral glasses
is
too.
there more
Yeah,
of
cool
her,
glass.
or is there like
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, there is.
okay?
Yeah.
Because I only saw her once and I really liked her design.
Yeah, I mean she's not in the lonely door, but you can call her, and there's like other stuff related to that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I
Hmm.
like Tatsuki Maiden maybe the most. Besides that, I'm trying to think. Oh, wait, so Nick, did you get to the place where all the houses are that you need to interact with? Uh, or let me put it this way. When you saw the big bathroom with all the like bamboo things moving side to side, did you cross
Hmm.
it or did you not?
Okay, the bathroom, is that before the world
There's
thing?
like a
The
parkour
whole like
section, right?
desert world?
Yeah, or it's like it's like Frogger almost. Like there's a bit like you talk to the guy and he goes like and, like points to the bathroom, the big like porta potty, and then you have to like jump. Like, well, you can choose to do that, but there's an alternate way to cross it.
I don't think I did that. I don't really remember that.
Huh. Okay.
I
Interesting.
might be. Where is that? Like, where is it in the game, in the
It's
world
like
of the
towards
game?
the end. It's like right before the ending, basically.
Oh, it's right before the end.
Yeah. Or like
Okay, I don't.
right after you get to the place that you got to for your ending where you touch the guy and then he like chomps. Like right after that.
Yeah,
Uh
I don't think I did that. I saw that there was an ending with like this big room with like colors. and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
I didn't experience any of that thing. I did something where I had to like keep climbing mountains. Um,
Wait.
or like keep climbing like platforms
Yeah, yeah,
using my item that I got. That was my ending, and
yeah.
then it got to like
Okay.
an end point,
I
and it
think
was
so.
a
You
cool
didn't
ending.
see the bit where there's like this like king guy who's like a weird like it looks like a classical painting of like a king, but he has like this weird like arm thing, and he keeps doing like this. He goes like as he
That's cool. Okay, now I
yeah.
need to see that one
I
too.
like that guy. Also, yeah, I like the house guy a lot. Who yells?
Great guy.
And there's like a bunch of secret people in the Purge event that I hadn't seen, but I was looking up secret characters, and there's like some dope ones in there that I liked. But
Oh,
yeah, y'all gotta see those.
yeah, definitely need to play this again.
Yeah,
I want to, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, overall, I super enjoyed. I'm really looking forward to whatever comes next. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I feel like with both these games, these are just like so fresh and like different than like 99% of games coming
Yeah.
out right now, and
Yeah,
they're both free.
That was
Like,
one thing I wanted to mention.
yeah.
yeah,
I forgot to even say that. I was just
yeah,
thinking about that. They're both free. If anyone's watching or listening that wants to play them, they're both. Yeah, didn't spend a dime.
yeah. It's kind of insane. Like, I chose to spend money because I feel like
Yeah,
they deserve it because it's such a. I mean,
they
it's
do
so
deserve it, I
clear
think.
with Enna that like so much work was put into that game, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so much is in it. Yeah, I was just like in awe, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I mean, amazing games, and like at a time when we were gonna talk about the Switch 2 last week, but at a time where people are complaining about expensive stuff in games and expensive things having to do with the Switch 2, I think it's cool. Like, I feel like in the indie space there will always be like you will always be able to play games for cheap.
Yeah.
Is my
Yeah.
opinion.
Like Deltarune, they announced
Mhm.
Deltarune's like $20,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
you get
Like
it, and
20 bucks.
you get it like for like now chapters 3 and 4 are gonna be it's $20, and like but that's like all of it, like all
mm,
future chapters too. And
well,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's a great price. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
cheap.
Okay, so Deltarune's gonna be 20 bucks, and it's gonna be chapters 3 and 4 only. So would I have to play 1 and 2? And they're I
yeah.
know 1 and 2 are free, right?
Yeah. Play 1 and 2, but I think there's gonna be 7 chapters total. So if
Oh,
you
okay.
buy it, you'll also be getting 5, 6, and 7, presumably. There
Oh,
might be
whenever
more.
they come out.
People don't know. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm excited. June, something June, right?
yeah. But yeah, it's been really fun talking about these interesting indie gems.
Yep.
It's also just fun like playing something new and like games that I think both of these are kind of like I don't know why this is like I mean I think maybe more so with Enna, but I feel like Yordowski, like Holy Mountain,
Mm.
like I feel like that's like definitely an influence
Oh
at
yeah.
least for
Yeah, I remember
Enna.
Nathan said that.
And I feel like yeah, I just think it's so cool that these games exist, and
Mhm.
I yeah, it's like makes me like I don't know. There were people who were like, "Ooh, games aren't art. Games are always gonna be little attractions or
Yeah.
whatever." Like I know
Mhm.
Roger Ebert was like big on that point.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but I feel like that like just could not be further from the truth, and I feel like these games in
Yeah.
particular exemplifies like the artistic, you know, value of games.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, it was a blast playing and chatting about them.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do y'all
both
have
really interesting.
any other thoughts about Anna Space Funeral? Anything else?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah, same here. Just enjoyed both of them, and I enjoyed. They weren't too long. They didn't overstay their welcome. They were both free. But I would have paid for both of them if they were paid. Like
Yeah.
they are worth money, I think.
Yeah.
But I get, it's kind of even that both of these creators chose to make them free, which is
Yeah.
interesting and cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more RPGs and yeah, and just games in general. I'm getting more into games
Yeah,
in
maybe
general, I
we could do
think.
an Undertale episode one day because I think that's
Oh yeah, that'd be
Whole lot
cool.
to talk about with that game.
yeah.
Whenever I play that one,
Yeah, that one
I
also I feel like complements these games too in a way. I mean,
mhm,
in that it's an RPG, but also there's like a lot that can be gained in replay value, like with Enna. Um,
I see.
but yeah, um,
Yeah, that one I definitely want to play sooner because of Deltarune coming out. And I know isn't Hollow Knight having a sequel this year?
oh yeah,
Supposedly.
yeah, allegedly by the end of the year.
Okay, then that one because I haven't played Hollow Knight either, but I do want to play that because of the sequel coming out too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I personally I'd prioritize Undertale, but I do like
Yeah.
Hollow Knight too. I think that game's great.
Yeah, I mean Deltarune comes out in like less than 2 months, so that's
Yeah.
definitely one that I wanna be like able to play it right when it comes out.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dope.
yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah. I guess we'll shout out also to every awesome person in the world.
So true. Shout out to the Larter Nation.
Shout out to the Larder
Shout
Nation.
out to Lore Nation. Yeah,
Shout
all
out
the
to
awesome people in the world.
the Nick person below
That's
us.
Shout out to
me.
the Nick Nation.
To shout out to Nick
Yep, Nick
Nation.
Nation, exactly.
Shout out to yeah, people who are good and not bad people, of which
Yeah.
there are
Yep,
unfortunately
not the
many
bad
bad
ones.
ones.
They don't deserve my shout out. Of
Yeah.
Facts, brother.
Oh yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Nick. It's always a pleasure.
course.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have played Enna if I wasn't here, but I wouldn't have played Space Funeral if it wasn't for this, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah,
Larder Show. Changing lives.
Hell yeah.
changing lives,
Getting
changing
people
the
to
world.
play awesome games. uh,
Exactly.
all right. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and thank you to
Mm-hmm.
everyone who didn't tune in, who's good and not evil.
Yep.
Yeah.
And peace,
Bye
love
Love
bye. Peace.
on the earth.
on the earth.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.